Welcome to the Graybeard Chronicles podcast. Your hosts, Brian Halstead and Kevin Harkins, are two gray-bearded patriots who love God, their family and friends, and their country. The Graybeards are here to inspire, inform, and educate you on a myriad of topics they are passionate about. Brian and Kevin have a strong desire to share this with you to help you live your best life. Sit back and enjoy this amazing podcast as the Graybeards pass along the wisdom of the ages.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Graybeard Chronicles. I'm Brian Halstead.
And I'm Kevin Harkins.
And Kevin, we're here to pass along some wisdom of the ages. What the heck does that mean?
We're not perfect, but we do have gray beards. And that means we've got some significant life experience, some life lessons, and some perspectives that are worthy of passing along.
Well, I think that sums it up nicely. Let's get to it. Kevin, what's going on, sir? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Brian. Merry Christmas to you. This podcast is going to come out just a few days before, and you're looking very North Pole Santa-like today.
Nice. My beard is not quite as white as Santa's beard is, but I tell you what, buddy, you let yours come on down a little bit more, and you're freaking nailing it.
No. I don't know where you get my beard is white. I'm salt and pepper.
Okay, you should, maybe wash it then, because it's white.
Oh goodness. Anyway, yeah, 'tis the season, and
yes, it is. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you and to all of our listeners. Here we are, man. We woke up one day and it was Christmas time. That's kind of what happened.
Yes, this year's flown by, no doubt.
Just picks up speed, and it's been fun. We've enjoyed the whole holiday season, going all the way back to honestly, I was going to say Thanksgiving, but we had a good Halloween, and then 6 weeks later we had a great Thanksgiving with my brother coming into town and lots of family around. It's been wonderful, and I really hope that everybody has a chance to slow down for a minute and purposefully take the time to slow down for a minute and enjoy the season.
Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. Take some time, slow down, focus on what's really important, and fully enjoy this season.
Yeah, exactly. And I like what you said too. Focus on what's really important. And a lot of people, me included, take some of this downtime to very much reflect what went right over this past year, and what do I want to do for the next year. And again, that stuff doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you take the time to, put it in your calendar and make sure you take part of a day or even a part of a couple days to do that during this slowdown. So
right,
I would encourage everybody to do that as well.
Yeah, it doesn't happen by accident. You have to do so with intention, no doubt.
Right.
All right. So what would you like to talk about tonight, sir?
It's
kind of a devious laugh. What was that about?
Because you slipped that right in there, and your topic has everything to do with the season that we're in. Sharing is caring is the title, and I think that would be a fun thing to talk about, because there's some real positive benefits that come from that. But I don't know what you were thinking. You obviously have a very minor hint of what I'm thinking, but there's more to my story.
Yeah, so this kind of occurred to me, and again, this is another one that's on the short list that I made when we were talking about doing these shorter episodes. And this one came to mind because of interaction with my oldest granddaughter. And one day she made the statement to her younger sister that, and I overheard this interaction, and she said, "Sharing is caring." Now, in this particular, this is a thing that, our kids are taught. It goes back to, and I don't know if you've read the book. You probably have. Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, I think is the title of it. We may have mentioned that at some point in the past, but that it really is one of those things that we're taught at a very early age, that sharing is caring. Now, in this particular scenario, and the reason I got a chuckle out of it is, kids tend to misinterpret that a little bit, and they'll use that to their advantage, right? So In this particular case, she was trying to get something that her sister had, and her sister didn't want to share it with her. And so, she threw out the sharing is caring thing to guilt her into to sharing it with her. So I got a little bit of a chuckle out of what I would say is the misuse of that. But it got me thinking, sharing is caring. And, it's one of those things that goes with the gratitude piece in life, and appreciating everything that you have, and being willing to help others that are less fortunate. And I'm not talking, when I say sharing is caring, I'm not only talking about people in that category of less fortunate and need financial assistance and sharing in that way. I'm also talking about, sharing your time with people you care about, sharing, your knowledge with people that are interested and willing to listen. There's lots of ways to share, and you have lots of things to give people. And I'm not sure everybody does so with intention. And
Every single day,
I
every
just want to
single
call it
day.
out.
Yeah. Every day that we interact with people, we have the opportunity probably to share something, and it can be something as simple as, I don't know, you got an extra piece of pie in the holiday pie tin, and you end up giving it to somebody else who, that's their favorite. And even though you wanted it and you could eat it, you share it with somebody else. And everything, you have some extra change in your pocket and you give it to the person in front of you at the store who didn't have enough, for those who still pay with actual, dollars and cents.
I love that you said that, because, you've heard the story. That's actually how I met my wife.
Yes, absolutely.
That's important. Give your spare
what?
change to people. You never know. That might be your spouse you're loaning money to or giving money to.
Exactly right.
Future spouse.
You know what I like about this topic is you don't think about it at the time, but I'll call it an afterglow that follows. The event occurs, you share something, and not that you're looking for this or you want this, but there's an afterglow that helps you personally, that helps you psychologically, that it's better for you as the person sharing than the person who is receiving. We've heard it always. That's better to give than to receive. But think about, and I know we've talked about it before, think about those times in your life where you've done the simplest thing for somebody in terms of sharing. And you're talking about it 10 years later because A, it had a very positive reaction from that person, but B, it made you feel good about what you were doing and made you feel good about yourself. And when you are in that kind of mental state, you're just going to be better at life. You're going to be more open. You're going to be more satisfied. You're going to be less depressed, all of that kind of thing. So when you say sharing is caring, yeah, it is caring for the other person, but honestly, it's caring for yourself as well. It really is.
Yeah, it's cool that you called that out, because I absolutely agree with you. And there's also ways to, and this was kind of spinning around in my head when you're talking, is sharing is not only giving somebody something, like I mentioned earlier, giving people your time, your attention, and an ear maybe, or both ears, and maybe a shoulder to cry on when people are having difficult times. Things like that don't have any monetary value can ultimately be priceless.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And as you were talking, it made me think of a person that I've known for many years, a woman that I work with, and she just, I think it's genetic, but it's also life circumstance, has a predisposition toward melancholy, depression, whatever you want to call it, just kind of being down. And when she was a young woman, when I say young woman, I mean around 20 years old or so, she was advised that when you find yourself sort of slipping into that frame of mind, go volunteer to do something for somebody. Right. Share your time. When you said share your time and go help somebody with something. It gets you out of your own head. It gets you out of your own depression. It gets you out of your own downness and focused on something else. And it just snaps you out of that state.
Yeah.
So
No, and you mentioned it earlier, right? See that glow, there's
Mhm.
that glow comes from chemicals in your body, in your brain, that are produced, or I'm not a brain scientist to thoroughly describe that, but those chemicals are released into your system when you do things like that, and it will absolutely help someone who's dealing with some depression, or that doom and gloom kind of mindset.
Mhm. Yeah. And then think of another time when you personally, and either on the giving or receiving end of this, and well, for this particular exercise, think of it as it happened to you rather than you did it. Somebody does something for you unexpectedly. They share something with you unexpectedly because they overheard a conversation from a week ago and they acted on it, or they observed something in your house that you might have needed and you didn't ever mention it, but they ended up giving you exactly the right thing, and it caught you off guard. It caught you in a very good way. I mean,
Yeah,
just think, you can think of those times, right, where that
right.
happened.
It's like,
And
wow, that person cared enough to key in on that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, it is. It's very cool. And then when you're the person who does that, again, that afterglow that we talked about, that just lifts you up, that just raises your soul to a higher level. And when you hit the sweet spot with something like that, and it benefits you for years and years to come. And so sharing is caring. You're taking care of the people, you're taking care of yourself for sure.
Well, it's like anything else too. You do it frequently enough, it will become a habit,
Hmm.
and you'll have that regular supply of that in your life. The feeling that comes along with it, and the doing good for others, being kind to other people and helping them out,
And
being a good friend.
being a good friend, being a good family member. We're in a season where we have all kinds of friends and family that are around us because we're making the decision to get together with people and taking the time to share with them. I mean, we had a holiday party at our house a couple weekends ago. It was wonderful. It was great to see everybody, and just love the interaction and taking the time to open our house. That takes a lot of preparation. People know that. Takes a lot of time and thought and effort, but you feel good about it because
And now I already feel bad that we weren't able to attend because we were out of town, and now you're just making it worse.
No, no, I'm not trying to pile on. I'm not. It just popped into my mind as I was thinking about it, and it's something that, no, you guys,
No, and you throw a hell of a party, no doubt.
no,
I was sad to miss it for sure.
there'll be one next year.
All right.
So it's been a great topic, and I think we've shared some great things for folks to really think about, this, especially right now during this Christmas time and this holiday season, and probably even better and more importantly, with intention, as your phrase, go into 2023 with an intention to do more of this in your life.
Yeah.
Make it a guiding principle that you can walk into the next year with a skip in your step, knowing that you are going to share more of your time, your talents, and your treasures with the people that are part of your life, and you'll be better for it.
Yeah. And I would say don't even wait that long, because like you said when we first started here, that we are recording this and it's going to release right before Christmas. So you'll hear these words right before Christmas. So there's still time.
Hmm.
Go out there and do something kind and unexpected for someone during this Christmas season.
Hmm. Yeah.
Maybe a
And
total stranger.
yeah, one of the things that you could give to me right now that would be very meaningful is if you go ahead and like sing a Christmas carol or something. That'd be fun. Can you go ahead and do that? Like,
I absolutely will. Just as soon as we're done recording.
come on. I think folks might want to hear that from
I
you.
could sing Rudolph for you. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Okay.
That's all you get, man.
So yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. All right. That was well done.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you can tell where my daughter gets her singing talents from. Her mother.
Yeah, she's pretty good. That's for sure. That's all I got tonight, Bryant. That's all I got for you.
All right, sir. Well, I certainly appreciate your time. I appreciate the discussion. And yeah, this is just it is a cool topic. And I appreciate my granddaughter for calling that out. Sharing is caring.
Absolutely. Yeah. All kind of topics out there just by going through your day and paying attention. Stuff that's good to talk about. You bet.
Yes, indeed. This microphone, I'm going to do something about this microphone. I know I've threatened to do that before, but I'm going to do something. It keeps bouncing around. I'm going to fix it. A new mount is in my future.
Wouldn't bounce if you didn't hit it.
Yeah, well, there's that. But a new microphone mount is in my future.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
I hit the button. And now I'm going to say, no matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing, make sure between this podcast and the next, you take time
to enjoy the ride.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Graybeard Chronicles. Please subscribe so you'll receive notification when new episodes are available. To learn more about the Graybeards, visit their website, graybeardchronicles.com.